in general. So, how do you guys build your communities despite what's happening in the market?
In the beginning, right?
Web3 Gaming, the latest news, updates, and esports. Hosted by Sedano and Luis Buenaventura. This is YGG TV.
All right, good day, ladies and D-Gens, and welcome to this week's episode of YGG TV. Today, we've got YGGC co-founder Irene Umar to give us the one-to-one on what's happening on their side of the metaverse. Hey, Irene, how are you doing?
What's up, Sedano? I'm doing good.
It's been a while. Irene, since I last saw you in the PH Web3 Fest. What have you been up to?
A lot of things has happened since we last met, right? And there are a lot of excitement. I think YGG and YGG Southeast Asia are also working together on a lot of projects to help, especially to help the game developers out there who would like to get their footage on in Southeast Asia. And there are a lot of features that we're developing as well. And perhaps you're aware of it, Sedano, that YGGSEA.io platform is finally live. And we got our community members to be a part of it. We get them to be more involved. And there are tons of things that's going on. And I'm super excited to share with everyone here.
I mean, definitely. YGG and YGGC go way back. Like, you basically are YGG's first ever guild partner. But then, having YGGC isn't like any other guild partner. YGGC is a lot of different countries, and it's definitely a regional approach to how guilds are organized and structured. My question for you, Irene, is what's the importance of having YGGC as its own entity and approaching these different countries at the same time?
I think, Sedano, the same thing happened in the Philippines, where if you go to the different parts of the Philippines, I'm sure there are some parts of Philippines where your Tagalog will not work. But the good thing is, with Philippines, majority of the population, they do speak in English. And they have really good command of English. Even if they don't speak it, most people read it. And that's why Filipinos, everywhere you go, you'll be able to find one because of the ability of language. And I think that it plays a significant role in terms of making crypto as the main adoptions in the Philippines and making it a crypto capital of the world. The rest of Southeast Asia is a little bit different. In Indonesia, I am in Indonesia. Even in Java alone, if I travel 2 hours to the right or 2 hours to the left, there you go to because there will be people who'll be speaking local dialects that I wouldn't be aware of, right? And Indo is a huge country, and then you expand it to the rest of Southeast Asia. Language and localization is ultra important. And I understand that for games to localize every single thing in game, that would be almost impossible. We did a quick research. I think there's around 1,200 different languages all around Southeast Asia. And so when we would like to penetrate into each and different communities, we got to first respect and understand how different people speak, what is important for each and every different community members before you even talk about games. And that's why having YGG Southeast Asia is extremely important, because that's the platform where we want to bring everyone together as one for the love of gaming.
I definitely think that it's not an easy task, bringing different communities all together under one flag. What would you say, the biggest challenges for YGGC is, and how are you strategizing to approach it?
We didn't start from scratch. So we had YGG to back us up, right? And there are YGG community leaders, community managers already existing all across Southeast Asia. It's just that they have not been extremely active because they've been shy. They've been, they might not be able to speak the language properly. And so when we started YGGC, we were able to start off with 4 countries with local presence since day one. But having this strong foothold of people who understood what YGG is all about, what Web3 is all about, and most importantly, they understood the pain of going into metaverse, because we all experience it. That itself is extremely helpful for us to make it easier, make it a mission for us that anyone who would like to come into Web3 will make that process as seamless and as easy as possible, because we don't want them to go through what we went through. But I think, Sedano, as much as we love the metaverse, and as much as we live in the digital world that we are today, what is important is the in-person meetings. Thanks to the community leaders that we have out there who have been arranging meetups or coffee sessions, right, on behalf of YGGC, on behalf of the love for the community. And so with that sort of communities, regardless of whether it's a bear or bull market, they stick around because we are here to build community that lasts. It's like having a family. It's like having a boyfriend and girlfriend. You don't want people who are transactional, who are there because you have certain things, or you have money, or you have fame. You want people who are there for you through thick or thin. And that's the ethos that we have been building from day one.
Yeah, I mean, those are very good points, Irene. But one thing that I definitely am seeing is that the strength of the YGG brand and YGGC as a guild partner is we definitely are a source of credible and reliable information. And the community members see that, and I think that's what really drives value in what we can offer, not only to the current community, but the new entrants of people who are interested in Web3 and gaming in general, right? I think, what we are really good in doing is being able to bring out the talent from Web 2 and applying it to opportunities in Web 3 in general. So how do you guys build your communities despite what's happening in the market?
In the beginning, right, when we first started, the whole idea is just to get as many people on board as possible, because we know that the cycle of the bear and the bull market, just as how the cycle of life is, there are ups and downs. It's just that in crypto it happens a lot faster. So we recognize the fact that we got to onboard as many people as possible and incentivize them with the economic reward that the bull market provides. But the moment they got in, we have to have almost an eagle eye to watch who are the ones who are really, really here for the long run. Starting from day one that we established YGGC, we have started to spot real good trainers, real good community leaders, and even real good buddy system. And until today, they are actually the pillars of support that's out there. And now this year, our theme for YGGC is how can we create as many opportunities as possible for our community leaders and for our communities out there, even though there's a bear market. Because this is what I believe, Sedano, we need to have a mindset shift by rewarding people who stand up, the people who put up their hands and say, I want to learn this. The best part of the metaverse is that anyone could be anything that they want to be, as long as they're willing to work for it. Our job in YGGC is to provide those opportunities, provide the upskilling of the training sessions for them so that they could, continue to grow up. So the question is, how do we convert the people who might not have the experience, might not have the opportunities before, to be able to get onboarded into metaverse as fast as possible so they would have a stab at the opportunities that's out there?
Those are really good points, Irene. Especially looking at the early entrance into Web3 gaming, right? Irene, I believe that you guys have just officially launched the YGGC website. So what's up with that?
So the YGGC website is meant for community members. Previously, we were focused on scholarships, but starting from 2023, we would like to open it up to all opportunities, because we realized that in the past 1 year, we have graduated, quote unquote, quite a lot of scholars. They were able to buy their own assets and now become, asset owners. What happened is then there's a disconnect between the closeness of YGGC and the graduated alumni. And we would like to bring them back because we miss them. That's one. Second part is there are huge community members out there that are very curious about crypto and would like to jump into it, especially blockchain gaming. And there are a lot of gamers out there. So to make it easier, we launched YGC.io with a couple of features in mind. One is it's extremely simple to log in. You don't need to have a wallet to log in. All they need is just an email and a phone numbers. They would be able to get into YGGC.io. Now, within the website, there are a couple of features. One, it has the look of a Play Store or Steam store, where everyone will be able to come in and see what games are available out there. And if you see a toggle available, it simply means that you could come in and apply for a scholarship. And I like to think of a scholarship program as a car test drive program. When you click apply, it simply means that, oh, I would like to test out this game. But before you buy it, especially for newbies, I understand even 1 cent is money. And we don't encourage you to spend unless you know what you're getting yourself into, right? So that you don't speculate. And so we have a suite of games that you could test drive on. And right now, I think we are the only guilds that have almost 20 games available for our scholars right now, for our community members to try out. Second thing is that when you log in, you'll be able to see that there are lots of events. So we have an events page going on in different countries in local languages. So what YGGC does is we have a set of events from different countries that anyone can be a part of and join. You don't have to be a scholar, so you just have to be a community member and, participate in it. And the third thing is you'd be able to go to the quest system. There are so many quests that we could do, and there are so many prize pools that are available out there. And gone are the days when the quest is done, and then you'll be sitting there and waiting, when am I going to get my prize? So what we have embedded into the quest system is an auto disbursement system. So there's a smart contract embedded into it. So game developers will have to come in, put in their prize pool, and the moment the campaign ends, it'll be dispersed automatically. And lastly, we're testing the ability to convert crypto. It's as if you go to a time zone and you consider those crypto tokens that you have as the time zone's tickets, from you playing the hoops, right? And you'll be able to convert those into prepaid mobile credits, into credit card payments credits, right? I'm mindful here because I don't want to say you use crypto to make payments, because that's not how it is. You just use the crypto tokens that you have earned from in-game and you convert it into something else. So we are beta testing that, and that would be very helpful for a lot of communities out there. So guys, we do listen to what you want, and I know the wish list is super long, as if it's Christmas every hour, and we are working really hard to make sure that those features are jam-packed in YGGC.io.
But, for everyone at home watching, so how do we connect with YGGC? How do we, be part of the community?
Go to YGGC.io, and there is a register a login button, and just click on it, and you're part of it. And the first thing you do is, imagine you enter into arcades, right? You just choose the game that you would like to test. Hopefully we have slots, because it's pretty full at the moment, but at least you're in the waiting list. The moment it's available, we'll pass it to you. No strings attached. Just play it, test it. As long as you're active, you can keep it. But we always encourage, guys, NFT prices are really cheap right now. If you love the games, it's the same thing as you buying Mobile Legends skins. If you love the games, the game developers need to survive. If you want to show your support, one way to it is that get the NFT, support them, and play the games, introduce it to your friend. Because with that feedback, they would be able to develop their games further so that we could enjoy the game more.
Awesome. 100%. I couldn't agree more. One thing more exciting than having a really fun game is the game having, a thriving community and also economy at the same time. So, everyone at home, make sure to follow YGGC. That's at YGGC on Twitter and all their other socials. And at the same time, while you're at it, while you're watching the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And Irene, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure being able to hang out and chat with you. And hopefully, next time, we get to pull you in here in the studio and get, more updates from your side of the metaverse. And until next time, see you so much. Thanks, Irene.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.